You are now listening to the voice of horror.
Lock your doors, bolt your windows, and turn off the lights. Make sure the kids are safe at home, cause you're headed to the night watch zone.
Let's get down to brass tacks.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
It's showtime!
What's up, everyone? We're here ready to do this on a Saturday night for the Scream at Night podcast. And I've got Julie with me, and Julie's got headphones, so she's all set and ready to go. How's it going?
I'm official. I'm a podcaster now.
You made it. We knew you could do it. Very, very cool. For you guys that are here, we appreciate you. Hope you're doing well on this Saturday night. Just real quick to say hey to you guys in the chat. We got Mary in the house. What's up, Mary? Let's get this thing started. Yeah, I love it. That's great. What's up, Richard? Good to see you. We got Paula in the house. We got DJ. We got Melissa. Good to see you. And yes, we are live. We're actually live here and on Patreon, which is cool. I've been really waiting to see if I could test this out and see how it goes. So great to have you guys here. And who else do we have? Looks like we've got Ryan's in the house. What's up, Ryan? Hope you're doing well. All right. Let's see. Ginger Ninja, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well, brother. Saying, how's everyone doing? Yeah, look, we're having a good night already, man. Thank you for being here. Russell, what's up, Russell? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Very cool to have you with us tonight. Kelly's in the house. All right. What's up? And Ginger Ninja always on top of things. Like and share fellow movie lovers. You got to love that. Thanks so much, man. Much appreciated. Hey, Gene. I'm doing well. How are you? All right. We got Jado in the chat. What's up? Good to have you here too. And Lindsay. All right. And for everyone else jumping in, glad that you could make it. Oh, Samantha just came in too. All right. Saying, starting a prayer chain for my friend's dog. Oh,
Oh, I'm
not
so
doing so good.
sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, we're definitely thinking of the little guy. I love animals. There's no doubt about that. We've got 2 cats of our own, and we absolutely love them. So prayers and to the little one. All right. Well, guys, tonight we are going to be talking about theories and thoughts and maybe some other things also for you guys in the chat. If you have any theories that you'd like to talk about, Scream 7, still just so much hype. Look,
Bring them up. Bring them up. We love to answer questions.
I love it. I love it. And what we thought would be pretty fun as well is talking about some of our biggest theories and thoughts about the upcoming Scream 7, and maybe getting an idea of which of them would rank highest as far as feasibility. Like, what could actually happen? You know, a lot of theories, Julie, is stuff that we hope can happen. But it's also nice to think about what do we think will happen if we were in Vegas. Okay, I'm not necessarily a betting kind of guy, but if we were in Vegas, what would I put my money on? You know, that's what I'm thinking.
So my first disclaimer I want to put out there, the things that I came up with are not things that I hope will happen. They are
Oh,
things that
whoa,
well,
really?
I mean, they're things that I thought were interesting to discuss.
Oh, okay.
So nobody flame me for some of these things.
Now you now you got me intrigued. You really, really do. Well, how about this? Let's start this off. Let's throw out let's have you throw out one and we'll discuss it a little bit and we'll see what we think. We're also going to see what you guys in the chat think about it, as far as if you like it, if you don't, and anything in between. So, Julie, what's the first one that you want to throw out there?
All right. So kind of in a chronological order of the trailer, I guess. My first thing
Oh,
is it's a little goofy, so nobody laugh. But you can laugh. Okay. So it's about the Airbnb.
hmm.
I have 2 potential things I feel like could be going on there. Uh, One, the man in that scene, I feel like there is a chance that he's involved somehow. We
Oh,
don't see anything happen to him, which good. Um, but kind of part 2 of that, I was thinking he could be involved in a couple of different ways. He could be like one of the actual main killers,
hmm.
or what if it's like a stupid prank and it goes wrong, and then maybe it starts as a prank, but there's an actual killer in the house, and
Hmm.
then it goes really bad, like you
Oh,
know.
okay. All right. No, I'm digging that. So in other words, like as it starts off, that actually would have a little bit of a vibe of like Scream 2, because once they go to that theater and they see all of these people in Ghostface costumes,
Yeah,
it's kind of like, okay, we get the joke, and they kind of get a little bit of a laugh out of it. And everyone's laughing, until until you have to use the bathroom, and then bad
right.
things can happen to you. You might get stabbed through the head. Um, that is actually a very interesting one
It's
because what?
no, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just
That's
gonna
all right.
say the guy in that scene just feels so performative,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and it just feels like I don't know. It doesn't feel like a natural interaction, but maybe that's just his character. I don't know.
That's a good point. I kind of like that
Because
aspect of
he's
it.
like on the ground, he's doing like the like let me take a
Yeah,
picture, and like and it could be he's just an annoying character and that's just who he is. But
right, right.
yeah, what do
Yeah,
you
he
think?
could. Well, I think again, I think that's actually pretty interesting. I will say this, and you guys in the chat, let us know what you think as well. Having that in the trailer, I mean, we saw a lot of that scene, and I'm sure there's more, just like in every film, especially in the last couple, they're showing us, parts of the film segments, and we never see it all. There's always something else, and I would like to think that there is kind of like a big reveal in that. Like I'm hoping that we're not just piecing it all together 100%. um, but that whole idea of like a prank gone wrong, and maybe, as it goes wrong, all of a sudden, boom, a killer is revealed, or, as far as attacking them and actually
Mhm.
killing someone. I think that could be pretty interesting because we haven't had that yet in the franchise. Like I said, Scream 2, there's a few similarities as far as they go to a theater in a situation where they think it's no big deal, but then to come to find out that they're probably in the worst place they could be because Ghostface truly could be anybody and was, sitting
Right.
right next to Jada Pinkett. So I do like that idea of having our characters in peril and not even really knowing it at first. And even us as the viewer, like you said, maybe that prank initially is played for laughs and we're thinking, oh, and then find out, oh, it was just a joke, but oh crap, this is going south. And then Ghostface shows up. I actually like that as a theory.
Yeah, and kind of like part 55 of that theory is is I don't know, what if they kind of give influencer vibes? So what if what if they're both in on the prank, or they're just, I
Yeah.
don't know, filming a promotional video for the Airbnb or something. But
Yes.
I don't know, it's
Yeah.
just like we need something. It seems like they couldn't have showed us all of that for it to just be straightforward. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I hope not. I mean, again, and we were talking about this last week on Killzone. We have seen some of these films show us way too much, or kind of take away some of the great sting that we could have enjoyed first time watching it in the theater. You know what I mean? So, to be quite honest, I and this sounds horrible, but I can't put anything past possibility, especially with these trailers,
Mhm.
man. But I like that theory. I really, really do. That's a good one. Well, and Val, thank you so much in the chat. We got our link for our Patreon. And by the way, guys, and I actually haven't even put it up yet, but tomorrow night, we are going to be having another watch party, and our good friend Michael, the Carbonite Jedi himself, will be with us. But this time, we won't drag him to New Jersey. We're not going to drag him to New Jersey to watch the next Friday the 13th, although we are scheduling that. But Julie, it's getting close to the holidays. I mean, it already is. And this time of the year, it's time to watch some holiday horror films. And we're going to be doing that tomorrow night with the original Black Christmas. And
Oh,
it's gonna be awesome. So I'm just letting you guys know right now. I haven't even put it up because I was just talking to Michael earlier and got the confirmation. We're gonna be watching Black Christmas tomorrow night, which you guys know I love this film. We're gonna be geeking out.
dude.
So for all you guys, channel members and Patreon members, if you're not a part of the membership, please consider doing so. We will have the movie up on Patreon for free for you guys as well. So
And it's his first time?
As far as I know,
Oh, dude.
Michael doesn't like
He,
slashers.
I know.
You know?
I remember him and Steven's nun watch party. It was hilarious. Which
Yes.
isn't a slasher, but he didn't enjoy that too much anyway.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's gonna
Um,
be awesome.
it is. It really, really is, and we're so happy that that Michael's being such a big sport about this and joining us, for all these watches. It's fun. It really is. Um, and we got Acres in the house saying, "Hello, thanks. What's your favorite red herring in Scream history?" That is a fantastic question, Julie. Thinking of all the red herrings that we've had in the Scream franchise, is there one that stands out the most for you or is a favorite? And I know that's a tough question because we've had tons of them over these 6 films. Um, but does anyone pop into your mind more than any other?
Can I let you go first? I need to think about this for a moment.
Sure. Well, I would think, one that always got me, I've got a couple, but I'm gonna go with Derek. And the reason I'm gonna go with Derek, obviously from 2, is because they played it so close to the chest for so long. But originally he was supposed to be one of the characters that were Ghostface
Right,
Killer
yeah.
in Scream 2. So, obviously coming off of the heels of the first film, you're already suspicious of him. And they played into that really, really well. Right all the way up until the end, even when Mickey was like, "Hey, we're in this together. What are you talking about?" And I'm still thinking, well, maybe, because it really would have paralleled the first film so much. But yeah, I think I would go with Derek. He's up there for me for sure. How about you?
Dude, I feel like okay, and we can say maybe, I mean, yeah, sure. Of course, I think she was a killer planned. But
Yeah.
Angelina's behavior in the third movie, like she's not a classic red herring. Like she was creepy.
Yeah,
Really,
yeah,
really
yeah.
creepy. And just the performance was really cool.
Yeah.
So I might go with her. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Look, Angelina was a great one. I mean, let me ask you this. I mean, since we're on this, we might as
Mhm.
well throw it out there. Was Angelina a Ghostface killer?
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just wondering because there's some people that are like hardcore, like, no way. I know what they were going to do, but that's not what they did in this film. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean the behind the scenes secret obviously puts a lot of merit into that for me, but honestly, like just yeah, that's kind of headcanon for me. That's
Yeah,
yeah. I
I
mean, if I
got you.
had to give like someone who's if I had to choose someone else because of that reason, I would say maybe Mark Kincaid. I thought he was a good one.
Yep.
Um, dude,
Yep.
I'm scrambling to think about anybody in the most recent 2 movies that I liked as a
Danny.
red herring.
Danny.
Danny? Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
They played him kind of close. Lindsay was saying Cotton Weary in Scream 2. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's I agree. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a little rough in the middle there. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
if you're not a killer, you still need to chill out.
Right. Justin's in the
Sydney's.
house.
Oh.
Sydney's dad. That's right. Neil Prescott. Yes. Yes, yes,
Now, I
yes.
wonder if he thought that in Scream 1 or Scream 3.
Oh, good point. Yeah,
I
Justin,
mean,
you'll have to
Scream
let us
3,
know.
he's small part,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
didn't do anything to be suspicious. But
True enough. Yeah, very true. What's up, John? Saying so happy for the stream today. Hope you're doing well. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. And if you guys haven't hit the like button, please do. Please do. Now, now, before I get to my theory, I want to throw out there after your Airbnb one, which I thought was excellent. Kelly was saying, what if the Scream 7 opening is a stab film? Man, okay, let me start with this, Julie, and then you can go. I hope not. I hope not. We've been there and done that, with 4. It was fun. Wes had fun with it. Um, I don't think it's a bad opening. I know some people they rag on it because obviously it kind of goes on a little bit, and for others, it's the type of thing where it only works once.
Yeah.
Um, and I get that, and I can respect that. But for me, all the openings work once. I know what's going to happen, who's going to get killed. Now there might be more to it. Like obviously Casey's death. There's a lot of great stuff. We could do this whole stream on that opening alone.
Mhm.
Because it's got a lot of meat to it. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I hope it's not a stab film. I truly do. How about you, Julie?
Crossed my mind, but I really just I've been done with the stab stuff for a while now. So
Yeah,
I hope not.
yeah, yep.
You unfortunately you may be onto something, Kelly, but I hope not.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's true. Justin was saying, always go back to the original. I thought when Sydney's dad couldn't be
Mm,
found, it had to been him. Yeah, I
yeah.
think in part 1, that was when he was the most, like, yeah, it could be him. Could be him. Um, Scott, what's up? Saying I still say Silent Bob was the second ghost face in Scream
Hey,
3.
it's up for grabs. We still don't know for sure. So
We don't. Acres, you're welcome. Thank you so much for that awesome, awesome question. And we got Kenny in the house too. What's up, Kenny? Good to see you. And absolutely, man, no doubt about it. No doubt. Um, Geez, and I lost my train of thought there. I was gonna say something. Oh my god. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
no.
With Scream 3, again, we're talking Scream 7 theories right now, but just to backpedal to 3. Um, Listen, and I love Roman, and I've said this many times, but there's just no way. Actually, I saw this in the comments. I don't know, maybe about a week ago or so. It might have been on one of our streams. And there's just no way Roman could have done all that alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna have a single killer, which is possible, they would have to craft the kills and the sets and all of that stuff differently than they did in 3. When you think of things like the explosion scene, no, there's just no way. When you think about the scene where he faked his death, like Roman's running up and down the stairs really quick, setting up really quick, and then getting into that costume pretty quick. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. The chase scene, where he's chasing Sydney into the house, the fake house, and he's chasing her, and we know that Roman's, he's physically capable, so it's not like Sydney can outrun him like a track star. So she pushed him, and he like landed on that table and kind of crashed to the ground, but then got up and started running. So it's like, why would he not keep chasing her when she gets to the door, right? And instead decides to go around into, the fake house to come out of the closet. That doesn't make any sense. How did
No.
he know? How did he know for sure she was going to go in? What if she decided, you know what? I'm not going to go in here. I'm going to keep
Hey,
running, you
when you
know?
know enough about the human, what is it?
When you know enough about the human mind.
You leave nothing up to chance.
Yes. Okay, if anyone in the chat could tell us what that's from, you have achieved a higher cool status. That was good, Julie. I knew exactly where you were going with that. Good call. Good call.
So it's
Okay.
either that or he had a partner. That's it.
He had
Cut
a
the
partner,
show.
man. Come on, he had a partner. Real quick too in the chat, we've got Bronson in the house. What's up, Bronson? Good to see you. Channel member anniversary. We got 6 months down. Very cool. Saying, I hope the holidays are treating you well so far. My pleasure to support your channel, give great ideas for videos and streams. What are your 3 top non-horror Christmas films?
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good question. Um, Okay. I'll okay, I'm gonna start off with one that I know I actually myself say is a Christmas film, but it is debated a lot. I think now most people are like, okay, we'll just call it that. Die Hard. I mean,
Yeah, sure, yeah.
come on. I watch Die Hard every year, and I usually watch it right around Christmas. I just love it. That's definitely one of them. I love watching A Christmas Carol. Um, it's just like an old school Christmas film that as a kid I watched, and I watch multiple versions of it. The George C. Scott
Mm,
one, the Albert Finney one, the one from like I think it was like from the 50s. I don't even know. But I love them all for what they are and just the story, the integral story. And the other one is Christmas Vacation. That's a
oof.
classic. That has to be watched every year for me. So those are my three. How about you, Julie? Do you have any particular favorite non-horror Christmas films that you watch?
Yeah, it's Home Alone 1 and 2.
There you go.
Um, Christmas with the Cranks, which is a Tim Allen, Jamie Lee Curtis
I love
classic.
that. I
I
love that
love that.
film.
It's so good. Dan
Yeah, yeah,
Aykroyd's in it too.
yeah.
Yeah, those are like my top three. Um,
Nice.
yeah, I'm partial to Elf. I've seen it too many times, and it's one that kind of like, yeah, I guess I'm getting older and sick of it, but that's still a good one.
I gotta admit though, I still have so much fun with it,
Yeah.
and it's funny because before I saw it for the first time, like it had come out, and I didn't even watch it until a few years after it had come out because I thought it was gonna be too silly.
Mm,
And I love Will Ferrell, but I just
mm,
thought, man, that's too silly. And I remember the first time I watched it, and I was just like, this is. Not only did I find it funny, but it had heart, which I didn't expect. And, yeah, that's actually one of the ones that is on my rotation as well for Christmas, movies, so all right. Thank you so much for that, Bronson. We got some other, we got some other ones in here, Die Hard, Christmas Story,
there you
Groundhog
go.
Day. All right, let's see, any other Christmas Vacation, all right. Kenny is not a fan of Elf. Okay.
Okay.
What's up? There's Michael right now.
Oh, the
What's up,
Star Wars
bro?
holiday specials.
Dude.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god. Michael,
Ooh,
I'm just saying right now, man, you have got to do a watch party of the Star Wars holiday special,
do it,
and please, please let me know. I would jump on. Oh my god. Just
dude.
the laughs. Oh my god. That would be
That
great.
is, that's a movie, all right.
Yeah, right? We got Bad Santa. Kenny said, "I love Jingle All the Way." Jingle All the Way is very funny.
I
I do
haven't
like
seen
Jingle All the Way.
that. Is that the one with Arnold?
Yeah, Arnold and,
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Sinbad. It's
Okay.
funny. It is so funny. Kelly's in the house. What's up? Saying Scrooged. Okay, yeah, Bill Murray. I love that one. Melissa's got a few. Jack Frost, Christmas Vacation, Gremlins. Yeah, Gremlins. Gremlins is definitely
Gremlins,
one of
yeah.
them as well. That is cool seeing so many different movies here. Alistair Sims, yes, from the 30s, Russell. I actually do enjoy that version of a Christmas Carol. Good call. Good call. I think I first saw that at my grandmother's house when I was like, I don't even know. I might have been 6 or 7, but yeah, that's a good one. Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, love that. Scott said a Star Wars holiday special watch party would require lots of illicit substances. It's true. It's true. No doubt. Okay. So my next theory that I wanted to throw out there, and this is one that's really it's been talked about a lot, and I've thought about it as well. I'm not sure so much if I think it would happen, and I'm either way on it happening. I suppose it depends on how it happens, but it's also in the Airbnb, and it's about the animatron Ghostface. That it's a real Ghostface. Some people have said it's Stu. I don't know if you've heard that. I mean,
Oh yeah.
we've all talked about it. Now, here's the thing. And we dissected the trailer back and forth, and it was like, you know, we were picking apart everything,
We're going
but
frame by frame, remember? Oh,
yes,
look at
We were talking about buttons on shirts and everything, so it was crazy. But yeah, I mean, looking at that scene, it did move in a way that was kind of like, you know what? That would be a thing, you know? So I definitely have some skin in the game on that theory. It being stew, I don't know so much about that. I don't know if that would, not so much that it wouldn't make sense, but I'm more in the camp of that it is just a Ghostface killer, one of the Ghostface killers, and I think it's a possibility. What do you think of that scene with the animatron Ghostface? You know, when it lifts up the knife and you know.
Question: do you think there is an animatronic at all, and that he just gets swapped out at some point?
Well, you know, it was funny because someone in the chat said that. I think it was Danielle who said that, that at first it's an animatronic, you know, ghost face, and then it's switched out. It's possible. It's totally possible. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't put much past Scream. And these are, I will say, these are new things. They're fresh. So why not? You know, are you thinking that it switched out?
Um, yeah, kind of, because
Okay.
it's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming this Airbnb is famous and touts like all the cool features it has.
Mhm.
So if there's an animatronic, they're probably listing that on the listing, right?
Yep. Yep.
So I would say, yeah, there probably is, but yes, it gets switched out. Um, but it's also like, I don't know if I can see Stu doing that. I mean, that'd be funny, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I
No,
don't
I agree.
know. And that's
I
that's kind of like when I was saying the thing about the prank that feels, I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, I to answer your question, yeah, I think somebody's in there.
okay, so you're going for it. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it happening, you know, and again, but I don't see it as stew. That just doesn't because here's the other thing about it. If it is that, right? If it really is a ghost face killer, um, I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll get another early reveal. You know,
Yeah.
otherwise, if there put it this way, if there's not going to be an early reveal to kind of be like, haha, you know, I was the animatronic, and it's, you know, again, I'm thinking there's at least two, if not three, ghost face killers. But Stu wouldn't be revealed in the beginning. You know what I
No.
mean? So I just don't see it as Stu. I mean, what would he do? Like at the end, if he does come back, which I'm thinking that he does, what is he gonna do? Say, oh yeah, by the way, I was the I was the animatronic at the Airbnb and I
Well,
burned down my own house. You know, I don't know.
I guess that's a flex. I don't know. But
You I guess.
yeah, that's yeah.
I don't see it, man. I don't see it at all. Justin saying the first clip looked like a real animatronic. The second was Ghostface. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, it's gonna be fun to see how it all shapes out. It really, really does. Val says 3 killers? I'm just saying, Val, I think that this is why I say 3 killers. Okay, so this is actually my next theory is that there's gonna be at least 3 killers. Now,
Okay.
the reason, and then I'll let you throw out your second one. The reason I think that there could be 3 killers, I'll go backwards to make it make sense. Number 1, I do think Stu is alive, and I think he will be revealed in the movie, but it'll be at the end of the film, okay? You know, again, it could be 15 minutes left, could be 12, whatever, but he'll be revealed alive. He may not be revealed to Sydney. You know, I haven't gone to that part of my theory yet. That'll be something hopefully I'll, you know, put out in a video. But so Stu is already a ghost face killer to me. That means we got to have at least 2 more. And I know exactly who those 2 are. So that's why I'm saying 3. You know, well
You
I mean
do?
I
Oh,
know in my mind. Julie's like spill the tea. I mean, and, and this is why. Because to me, again, you know, we're going back into this whole, you know, Harry Potter Roman situation. You know, I really think that you're going to have 2 Ghostface killers that are kind of doing the groundwork. Stu's kind of pulling the strings a little bit. I'm not saying that he's not going to kill anyone in the film, but I just feel as though it's these other two killers that are the main killers. You know what I'm saying? Maybe pulled strings by him. And we know at least one of them have to be on the young side, because there is no old person jumping out of an attic and landing like a Marvel superhero. Okay. I'm just
Well,
saying.
I could have had a double knee replacement.
I love it. So that's why I think it's three killers, Val.
Okay.
Julie, what do you think about this theory? Do you think it holds any weight? And if not, how many killers do you think there'll be?
Personally, I was thinking it's probably going to be two. I
Okay.
kind of wanted one, but after seeing the Airbnb scene, yeah, I mean, unless one of them is like a throwaway, like Jason,
Uh-huh.
could be. I'd be fine with three. It's like we did just do that.
True.
Now, did we do that well? Mm,
Of
I
course
don't
we
know.
did.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'd be fine with it. I don't know, man. I think I'm of the mind where I don't want like any more than three though.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over the cult idea at this point. And
Okay.
my opinion flip-flops every day, man. I don't know what I want anymore.
That's fine. That's
But I
fine.
think what you're saying is valid, and I can see that happening for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and I think like I know what you mean. Like having two, it's kind of like that perfect number, and it makes
Yeah.
sense. And it also, numbers wise, it makes good sense, right? But I guess mine is a little bit of a cheat because Stu, in my opinion, being revealed at the end of the film, Stu won't be actively committing, a lot of the kills, most likely. So
Yeah.
in a way, it's really two, and he's like pulling strings from behind the scenes. And I'm not saying he won't kill anyone, but this could be almost like a Jill situation, because how many did Jill kill? Like two, and everything else was
Yeah.
Charlie.
Yeah.
So, you know, who knows? Um, Michael said Henry Winkler's gonna jump out of the attic. Right.
Great. Let's do it.
We got Seisman. Let me know if I pronounced that right. Ghostface motive in 7 is really personal. I agree. I think this is personal. It feels like it's personal. That's why, yeah. And we'll get to that, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll kind of talk about who we think Ghostface is. But what's your second theory, Julie, since I jumped in front of you with the three killer
Oh,
thing?
let me pull up the list. Well, okay, so since somebody just brought up the motive, one of
Hmm.
mine was going to be, okay, if we're pretending that, like, let's just pretend there is no stew,
Hmm.
what's the motive? And then I was
Mm.
thinking, okay, it's always revenge, but what if it's something, and we've been talking about this, I feel like since six, or at least I have to myself, but I'm pretty sure I remember you guys talking about it too. But what if the killer is killing to end the cycle?
Mm.
Like, we're done, let's move on with this.
Yeah.
They're not a good person, but they see themselves as like a vigilante.
Hmm.
Maybe it's her neighbors. Like,
Ooh.
they see Sydney moving in and they're like, oh my God. And and they're like, no, there's no way. We got to get this lady up out of here. And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
it makes no sense, but it's a fun thing to think about, something a little different.
Hey, you never
Um,
know. I mean, that would actually be something new and fresh.
yeah,
And we got a self-proclaimed righteous killer. I
yeah.
mean, that could be interesting.
Well, and
Um,
that's what I was dying to have in six. I was like, to be perfect. They're relocating these kids to a new city. Uh, hey, the police there are probably not going to be thrilled.
Mhm.
with what these kids bring to the city with them.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like, and knowing when we knew like, okay, Dermot is definitely like the killer, I was thinking, okay, he's doing it for this purpose. And they
Mhm.
flushed down the toilet real quick. But
Yep.
so,
Yep. Absolutely. No doubt. Listen, I mean, I think it's possible. I mean, there's definitely the opportunity for it because, going into a new town, Sydney's trying to escape, her past. And logic dictates that the past is kind of going to catch up with her, which we've seen that happen time and time and time again. So in order to do something different and to do something fresh, it's actually someone who, like you said, it could be a neighbor or someone in the community that knows the history or what have you, and they have an issue with her being there. They don't want her there, whatever. That I could deal with that. That's actually, and their whole perspective is kind of like this righteous killer, like this Thanos type of
yeah,
vibe.
like
Only I, yeah,
I'm cleaning up the neighborhood. Like, you're not about to bring this disease into my neighborhood, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
something like
No,
that.
no, that could be very interesting. It'd be fresh, and whoever the killer is, I mean, of course, and we'll probably get to that because that's a theory in and of itself. They could have some really cool moments as a killer that would give them something that most of the Ghostface killers haven't had, that whole arc of, trying to be a gray character. But of
Mm,
course, they're doing things that are evil, but they don't see it as
right.
such. And maybe they haven't a good explanation why. Not so much that we'd agree with it, but we can say, okay, I see what you're thinking. You're just going about it wrong. That would be interesting.
John Kramer. Imagine. Imagine. Oh, wait. Now imagine if, oh my God.
What?
Imagine if Tobin Bell was Sydney's neighbor.
Get out of here.
No, I mean, dude, we would all know what was up instantly, but that would be amazing.
You know what? I'm surprised. I don't know if it would be too campy, but both franchises obviously are successful and have a certain amount of realism that they try to
Mm.
follow. I'm surprised something like that hasn't happened yet, where they have like, just, and I'm not saying a crossover like friggin' Avengers or whatever, but maybe like you said, having an actor like Tobin Bell from another franchise, um, and kind of playing with our expectations a little bit like that. I mean,
That'd be
hell,
fun.
it'd be fun. Hell, it seemed like that's what Zach Krager was thinking a little bit in Weapons, because Justin Long pops up on camera,
Mhm.
and as soon as I saw we were in the theater. As soon as I saw Justin Long, I look at Corey and I'm like, "Oh my God, he's gonna do something!" And
Yeah.
he didn't. But
And Bill Skarsgård in Barbarian. Um,
yes,
you instantly see him and you're like, well,
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's
you
it's
already
Pennywise.
know.
You already know exactly. Very, very cool. All right, so we've got the righteous killer as your second theory out there. Let's jump back to the chat, and we've got Talking Star Wars coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. That helps us out so very much. Saying, do you think we won't get an opening kill and we just cut straight to Sid in Pines Grove? Ooh,
Oh.
wow. Julie, what do you think of that? And what do you think the chances of that happening is? That's an interesting question. I never really thought about that.
Um, maybe nobody dies. Like, so maybe there's no opening kill, but
Mm,
I really feel like they're still gonna do like one of their classic intros. Like, to
yeah,
open something to open the movie. We're assuming it's the Airbnb. We're assuming someone dies from the trailer.
right.
So I don't know. I mean, if they did that, yeah, it might be kind of different. Break the
It
formula, but would we like it? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean, like, it makes me think about 5 and how Tara survived.
Yeah.
Um And like leaving the theater, I was fine with it. But I don't know. It's hard to say. You guys in the chat, let us know what you thought of Five's opening. Because it wasn't an opening kill; it was an opening,
Opening.
attack. Um,
Yeah.
and how do we feel about an opening attack? I mean, I thought it was fine. It to me, and I thought we'd do this at some point, and talk about the opening kills. But to me, I think it was a very pale imitation, of the original. It just didn't have the scope. It didn't have the intricacy that we had with the Casey Becker opening kill. But here's the other question with that too. And talking Star Wars, thank you for this question. I mean, do you think that there's even a possibility that Kevin would want to do something that different? I mean, we know what the formula is. I mean, can we ever break the formula? And I'm not saying that we should. So people in the chat don't start throwing tomatoes. I'm not saying that we should do that, but I'm just saying as we continue 30 years into this franchise, do we start to freshen up the formula a bit, change it, and do some different things?
Well, they did that in 6.
True.
It's definitely fresh. Kevin, and again, I feel like I said this last time. I'm a little worried that, yeah, he's gonna do the safe thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would want to, do a 180 and change things up at this point. Which, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a little worried they're gonna play it safe, too safe.
Yeah, I mean, there's a part of me that feels like that, and then there's this other part of me that feels like this is the time to really, shake up stuff, maybe for the foreseeable future of the franchise. We know they're going to make several more of these. It's going to go for, as long as they can go until it's run into the ground. As long as there are people that are going to support it and a fan base as strong as this one is, it's going to go for a long, long time. That being said, we've talked about the idea of this eventually moving past Sydney and truly embracing the raw horror of Ghostface could be anyone and could kill for any reason. It doesn't matter. It could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3, maybe it could be a cult someday. So, I'm just wondering, there's that part of me that says maybe he'll play it safe, but maybe he'll think, you know what? It's time. Let's just do something different, I mean, and this is the type of film where they could do that because the tickets are already sold pretty much. Like people, look, we're already going to go see this film. We're already invested. The real question is, are we going to be happy with what we see? Of course. But as far as hardcore fans, we're in,
Yeah. I feel like if he does play it safe for this one, I would feel pretty confident that, okay, the next one
is the one to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know if he's feeling like, I mean, he's been, even 5 and 6, he was overseeing stuff. So
yeah,
he's been in the game the whole time. So at this point, maybe he wants something fresh too.
Maybe.
I can only hope.
We can only hope. That is the truth of it. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the super chat and a great question. That was an amazing question. That took us down a rabbit hole. No doubt about it. And let's do, and Val, thank you for also giving thanks for the support. It really helps us out a lot. And let's do a super chat clip just for all the support and have some fun tonight. And Julie, sometimes when you get really frustrated, a lot of stuff just doesn't make any sense, and it might look like this.
You're sitting there like a fucking baboon. Drop my phone. Bullshit! Bullshit! Bullshit!
Son of a biscuit-eating bulldog. You lit liquor.
There you
Man,
go.
that was a fever dream.
It was.
Did you say you lit liquor?
Yes. Oh god. Oh man. All right. So let we got a couple more people jump into the chat just to say hey to you guys. Let's see who else we got here. Um, okay, so DJ is with us. Okay, all right, you're with us now. Talking Star Wars also come in and say, I don't think it's Anna Camp. I guess it depends. How long has she been living next door to Sid? Okay, let's. Do you want to table this for a moment, Julie, and maybe go into another theory, or do you want to tackle this
Um,
one? Because this goes into a theory I have, obviously, and you know.
well, if that's your next theory, I guess we can
Okay, all right.
roll it in.
So here's the other theory, which I truly do believe in. Um, I think Anna Camp is a Ghostface killer. I really do. There's a lot of arrows pointing to it. You know, we haven't seen her yet. I think there's a reason for that. She fits the bill as a Ghostface killer, has all the things you want in a Ghostface killer as far as capability, charisma, the look, all of that. The physicality, the ability to play that type of character that is evil, that's vicious. Um, so I think, and it also makes sense, and I'll kind of get to something else later, but I truly do think she's a Ghostface killer. I think she's Leslie. I really do, and that's a big theory out there, and I totally agree with it. As soon as she was, not so much as soon, but very shortly thereafter, I was like, yeah, okay. I mean, and sometimes you just know. It's not a bad thing. It's not any fault of the film or the franchise. You know, it's no different than like when Samara was cast in Six. I was like, yeah, that's open and kill. It's got to be. You just look at the lay of the land. You know, Samara Weaving's going to be the opening kill, and so many of us said that, and that's exactly what happened.
Jack Quaid's gonna be the killer. We all
Exa-
knew it, and guess what?
exactly. We all knew it. We all knew it. Um, but you know, there are folks that think that no, that's kind of it's going to kind of be a misdirect of sorts, having her in the film, and people will think that she could be the killer,
Mm.
and all of that. What do you think, Julie? Do you think that Anna Camp being a Ghostface killer, number one, is that plausible? Number two, who is she? Is she Leslie?
Number one, plausible. Yeah, I've seen her recently in a TV show where she played interesting characters.
Mm-hmm.
So I will just say I can see her taking on a ghost face part. Um,
Yeah.
do I want it to happen? Not really, because we're all expecting it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, is she Leslie? I mean, we have no evidence of that, right? Except the look and age might line up. And
Mm-hmm.
but my thing with that is, it's like I think I remember reading that she's supposed to be Sydney's friend or neighbor, both, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And like you're not telling me that Sydney just wouldn't, like, again, wouldn't recognize her, wouldn't catch a vibe from her, like, hey, something's weird about this lady.
Mm.
I just don't see, I don't know. I'd be like disappointed if she didn't, if Sydney was completely blindsided by that. Because she's supposed
Yeah.
to, I mean, I don't know. I
Yeah.
think, long story short, I just don't want it to be her.
Okay. All right. That
And
is absolutely fair.
I've heard people saying it's going to be a mother-daughter thing.
Yes. Yes.
And
That's definitely a theory that's
I
out there
don't
too.
really want that either. Unless it's like the thing I brought up earlier where they're neighbors and they just, get this lady up out of our neighborhood. She's she's bringing the vibe down.
She's poison. She's poison. Get
Yeah.
her out. All right. That's fair enough. Real quick too in the chat, we've got Erica in the house. What is going on? Good to see you, Erica. Hope you're doing well. Saying sorry I'm late. Hey, that's okay. No problem whatsoever. And let me also just say, and DJ said the notification was on. Yeah, the notifications sometimes, yeah, they're just late, unfortunately. Seisman saying, I'm sure Stu is a leader of the Ghostface cult. I mean, do we? Obviously, we all know that that was, the game plan for 3 at one point. Um, that he was pulling the strings of a group of Ghostface killers. Are we past that point? Can they not go back to that? Would that be lazy? Could it work? What do you think, Julie?
I think I'm kind of past that.
Okay.
I think it's Kevin's script though, right? So if he wants to reuse or repurpose his own idea, I could see him doing that.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. If it's I'll say this though, if they do go that way, please, I don't think he should be in the original script, he was recruiting high schoolers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I
No,
would
I
rather
agree.
it be like, I don't know, adults. I have no
Yeah.
defense for that. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I think it could work. Do I think he's leading a cult? I don't know. I'm not as worried about that part of it. I'm really, focused on the fact that he is alive and how they execute that and how it's revealed at the end and why. Again, I think so much would work having him connected, obviously, to his sister, Leslie. She obviously has skin in the game because her son Vince was killed in the film. She has a motive as well. So there's a lot of things that make me think it could work that way. And if they wanted to really wrap up, 5 and 6 to 7, they obviously could say, well, Stu's one of the folks, or maybe he's the main person behind the dreaded thread. He's pulling the strings right then and there. We know that existed. It's canon in the films. So if you want to have a little bit of a bridge to 5 and 6, boom, there you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got the twins in the film, but I'm talking about a real bridge to make a lot of this make sense and also show, it's another way to show him being that mastermind and having that capability and so forth, playing the long game or what have you. So I think that that's how it could work, but I don't necessarily think that that'll be a big thing in this film. I do think this film is going to be very personal. Sydney and her daughter, in my opinion, Leslie and Stu, and one other person. I haven't gotten to the other person yet because I do think
Ooh.
there's 3 Ghostface killers, right?
Ooh, I
So
want to hear your predictions.
oh yeah, I'm gonna get to that. And Val,
Mhm.
thank you so much. She's got the link for the Patreon in the chat. Thank you so much. And I want to give a quick shout out. I know a lot of you guys aren't over there, but in the Patreon live chat, we've got Kelly who's been throwing some messages into the live chat saying, "Thought I'd jump over here and show some love."
There you
Thank you so
go.
much, Kelly. I appreciate that. That's what I'm talking about. And even though you guys can't see it here, but jump over to the Patreon. Join our Patreon, guys. This helps us out. Um, Kelly had a question over there saying, "Do you both think Sydney is ever going to have a happy ending? Because even if it moves to Tatum, she is still pseudo involved." That's a great question. Oh my gosh, I love that. I'll start first on this one, Julie. You know, I suppose at the end of the day, Sydney will have somewhat of a happy ending. I think she'll have a happy ending in the sense that she's not going to get killed. So we know that those are the rules. And Nev has made the rules. Kevin is abiding by the rules. He's said this, unless they're totally trolling us. But she will survive. I don't see them doing anything with Tatum in 7. Um, and again, if this is 2 films, obviously it's 2 films, but if it's 3, maybe it's going to be an arc. I do think this is the time to let her walk off into the sunset. I really do. Um, Now, what Kelly is also saying, which makes a lot of sense, is that if Tatum, kind of takes over the franchise, then Sydney is always going to have involvement, and it's not really a happy ending per se. I don't know. I can't speak to that too much. I mean, it could go in a lot of different ways, but I do think for her character specifically, she'll be able to walk off into the sunset with this thing. How about you, Julie? What do you think?
Yeah, well, yes, she will, and she should, and she will. I think my biggest problem with them, it, not introducing, but because her daughters were introduced in five, but
Hmm.
them bringing in her daughter into this movie, it's yeah, if the plan is to let the daughter continue and take over, her mother is always going to be there.
Right.
There is no like this is not Sam and Tara's mother who, oh, sorry, I'm at a conference. Like you just got stabbed almost to death, but like, oops, sorry, I can't be there.
Right,
Like
right, right.
Sydney is gonna be there, you
Yeah.
know? So if they do that, she's never gonna have a happy ending where she's done, just cut ties. Now she could pick up her family and ditch the country, you know?
Yep.
At
It's
some
true.
point we gotta cut the cord and let her go, you know?
Hmm. Yeah.
And I hope that happens. And I think it has to happen, if not this film, the next one. So,
Yeah. 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 No, I agree. I think it's definitely gonna be happening in the next film. Or if there is a third film, if there's like a full arc, that would make sense.
mhm.
But Kelly, great question. And also thank you so much, Kelly. I really appreciate you jumping over to the Patreon because we are broadcasting simultaneously to both platforms. And thank you. I really appreciate you. Seriously. Big shout out to you. Okay, so Julie, so far, just for people that have been jumping in, we've been talking about some of the biggest Scream 7 theories that have been out there that interest us or whatever. The first one, Julie was talking about the Airbnb being a big prank, a prank gone wrong, which of course many people think is going to be the opening of the film. So that's a really interesting theory. My first theory, which is theory number 2 overall, kind of followed the Airbnb scene with the whole animatronic being a real live human, most likely switched out. So it kind of, us as the viewers are like, what? So that type of thing. The third theory we had was Julie's Ghostface righteous killer theory. People that are not happy with Sydney moving into into their town and bringing all this traumatic past and so forth there.
That's
And
fair. They're probably like, hey, of all the towns in the United States of America, like
yeah,
you had to come here. Thanks.
I think that's a great one. I really do. My next theory was the three killers theory. I think there's three killers, Stu Macher being the one pulling strings, revealed at the end, kind of more on the sidelines, obviously. But the two main killers are going to be the heavy lifters. That was our fourth theory. And our last theory was Anna Camp being one of the Ghostface killers, and that actually came from the chat. Do you have one more you want to throw out there, Julie?
I've got a couple more, but sure, let me pick the best one here.
I
Um,
love that.
okay. Well, actually, so I have one serious one, and then I have one that's a question, and then I have one that's a rage bait one. So,
Wow.
do you have a
Oh,
preference?
all right. Is the rage bait like a fun one or
Yeah.
okay, let's go with the rage bait one. I like the fact that you titled
Okay.
these.
So, okay, so that one is if Matthew Lillard is in this movie, which he is, what if he's just playing okay, one of two things. He's playing a random character, like he's an employee at the cafe. Two, he's a relative of Stu who looks like him, obviously, but he's not Stu. And Stu is dead, by the way, in this scenario. And I don't know, maybe he tag teams with Leslie, or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Or
Oh.
he's innocent, you know? He's in the movie, but he does nothing. That's it.
Oh my god. Okay. So let's just back up for a second. Okay. And I've heard a couple people say this, so he's in the film, um, but the Stu that we know, he's not the Stu that we know. So like you said, he's a good guy, he's reformed or whatever. I I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it. I think that if he's in the film and Matthew Lillard is shown as a physical character, not AI, he's not just a voice, it's not just a flashback, but he's a physical walking human being. If he is not Stu Macher, like the Stu we know, like as far as being a Ghostface killer, bro, that might be the biggest fumble. Like, I don't know, man. Since they used all that CGI in the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, I mean, I mean that's a huge fumble, man.
He's not Stu, he's Ted who works at the cafe.
He's Ted, bro. All right, let me ask you something. And people in the chat, let us know what you think. Let me ask you, Julie. What do you think of that?
I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, okay. All right.
And that's why I said
my
it's a rage bait one, because it's like,
Oh,
we know he's back. We don't know
yeah,
the context of him being back.
yeah,
And at this point, they have to give us something. We got to get something. And if
yeah.
they're too afraid to commit to the Stu thing, they're like, well, he's in the movie, guys. He's
Dude.
Ted.
He's
He's at the cafe.
some rando. Oh my God. Yeah,
Yeah, that'd
Ted
be criminal.
Ted
Right
Mocker.
to jail.
Yeah, like people start walking out.
Yeah.
And Val also kind of, piggybacking off of that in a way, saying, I feel they'll play it safe, testing the waters to see where the fan base is after the Melissa stuff. I mean, look, it's possible. It's possible, but I don't know. I just feel like, hey, he's in the film. If he is alive, he'll be Stu Macher. If he's alive, and I think he will be. Let's go to here. Now we've kind of given out quite a few examples. I'm not saying you can't throw out any more, but let's just go right to it. Being in the film, why would you think that they wouldn't have him as Stu Macher alive? What do you think the reasoning Kevin and the filmmakers could have behind that? Is there any reasoning that would make sense to you?
Like to have him physically as a character who's not Stu?
No, not necessarily, but even let's say if he's just in a flashback,
Okay.
that's this whole thing. Matthew Lillard is back in Scream, but he's in a flashback, and that's what they do. Can you understand any way that they would think that would be the right call?
At that point, I think they're just chickening out.
Yeah.
It's time to play the game. If you're gonna do all this hoopla about having him post on Instagram,
Yes.
announcing bringing him back,
Yeah.
if you're gonna play the game, you got to play the game. Like,
I agree.
don't chicken out now.
Yep.
People are gonna be really disappointed.
Yeah. I
So
mean, I just feel like it just to me it just doesn't make sense to bring him back. Why even bring him back? Or
right.
again, let's say it was AI or deep fake, whatever we want to say. Let's say or voice, or let's say it was just a flashback. They show something from back in the day, Roman and Stu and Billy, or it's just Roman and Stu, whatever. Doesn't matter. Why even announce it? Let's blow people's minds in the theater. You know what I'm saying? You figure the flashback won't be that long anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why even announce it? To me, you announce it, and we were just talking about this on Thursday night on Killzone, me and Jake. I think the reason they announced it because they just figured they can't keep the lid on it, number one. Number two, it does create the hype, which it has. And the real trick of the film isn't so much it's not trying to make us think, or it's not so much, trying to make it like, oh, wow, Stu's alive. Like people know he's in the film, but it's how we get to that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can see it going down in a lot of different ways where whatever it is, whether it's AI or what have you, is, faking the crap out of these characters, including Sydney, of course, um, and making us question it. Like, oh, well, maybe he is dead or maybe he is alive. What are they gonna do? And then at the end, it's he won't even be the only reveal. You're gonna have the reveal of the other Ghostface killer or killers, and then he has his reveal. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like if you're gonna have him in the film, you like you said, play the game, go all the way. I just don't see it. I don't see it any other way. I really don't.
Can I make a comment too? This was one of
Yeah.
the things I wrote down. If they're doing, imagine they go the AI route.
Hmm.
Where are they sourcing the voices from? Where are they sourcing video from? Like
Hmm.
Roman, okay, he was a director, maybe he's done interviews, but it was a completely different time when
Right.
those people were alive. Stu didn't
Right.
have an Instagram where people could farm content and feed it into an AI to
Yeah.
make his voice, to replicate his image. Like, I'm worried about that realism. Like I guess we could put that aside and say, well, whatever, but that's
Hmm.
gonna bother me if they do that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's a good reality question is like, how are they sourcing everything? I've also said to me, you know, look, I don't want to, I don't want to give it all away because I'm working on a video. But, I think a lot of us, including myself at first, we're thinking about these things happening under the best of circumstances, as far as, Sydney is attacked and, there's a deep fake where she's called or whatever. But I think one thing we haven't thought about, which has never been done in a Scream film, what if Sydney isn't 100%? What if she's hurt? What if her head got hit, or what if she's under the influence of something? What if this is truly, it's so personal, it's almost like, a cat playing with its food type of thing, really trying to mess with her on a really deep level, some true terror. Because, and again, I may be totally wrong, but I'm just throwing it out there as an idea. You know what I mean? Because there's obviously been talk about how Tatum will be kidnapped or, held captive. What if Sydney was? Or what if, again, in order to, save your daughter, you have to do this and that, drink from this cup or whatever. I mean, we've seen these types of things in other films. Why couldn't they happen in a Scream film? Maybe if
Yeah.
maybe that's part of why she sees these things, or what have you. Um, so I think that those are some possibilities that could be put in play as well. You know,
Hmm.
I know some people have said, okay, well, what if she has, um, it could be a nightmare sequence, it could be a vision, it could be this or that. I mean, I guess all of that could be on the table. Um, but you're right. If it's like clear as day, she's 100%, okay, and something's happening. How do they source, the voices and so forth? That's a great point. It's a great point. So we'll have to see. We will have to
Hopefully they
see.
think these things through.
Hey, you would think so. You would think so. All right, real quick in the chat as we're all over the place. These are rabbit holes, man. I'm telling you. Um, we got some other people jumping in. Rachel's in the house. What's going on? Good to have you here, Rachel. We also have Let's Scare Tiffany in the house. Hello, everyone. Yes, if it were a cult, it would be cool. If it were like the following, people of all ages rather than teens. Yes. Actually, that was a point I was going to say too, is that I think that would make sense. It's not, just teens. It could be people that are in their 30s or 40s, just people that are attracted to that type of thing. And we've seen that, not to keep crossing over to Saw, but I was saying to Jake last week or maybe the week before, I just recently rewatched oh my gosh, Jigsaw. And in that film, you remember the lady doctor
Mhm.
or assistant,
The
you
redhead,
know?
yeah.
Yeah, the redhead. She was like part of this, dark web group of people that were infatuated with John Kramer, and they would
Yeah.
collect, they would mock up the traps, because they had the specs. Somebody put the specs online, whatever it was. It's right there. I mean, this is, it's the same type of stuff. And of course, in 6, we know that that's a real world thing. It's canon. Jason and Greg were, you know, able to follow in the footsteps. So, yeah, I
Mhm.
think it would be cool if they're all ages. I really, really do. Okay. Let's see. Who else? Hey, we got Danielle in the house. What's up? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Who else do we have? I saw a couple other people jumping in. If you have jumped in, please hit the like button. It helps us out so much. We appreciate it. We got Barb in the house checking in from work. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. All right. And who else? Please, Knight, you're one of the ones that demanded Sydney's return, comparing her to Jamie Lee. Uh, Comparing her to Jamie Lee as far as a final girl. Well, I think they're the two best final girls, in my opinion. Julie, what do you think? When we talk about final girls in horror, are Laurie Strode and Sydney at the top of the mountain, or
Yeah.
I definitely think they're on the
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're fighting for first place for me.
yeah. I mean, and look, I mean, I know we're talking about we're talking about Scream 7, but they're definitely fighting for first place. I think, they both have um some great films obviously under their belt, great moments. It could go either way, to be quite honest. We'll have to do like a final girl like um bracket or something. That would be kind of fun. Mikey is in the house. What's up, Mikey? Good to see you. All right. Rachel saying no one hates Sydney. It's just that she should have been done at 3. Her story is getting way too stretched out. Do you think it should have been done at 3?
I think she had the perfect ending in 3.
It was.
However, when they brought her back for 4, I thought she was utilized very well.
Yeah.
And I liked the continuation with her writing the book,
Mm-hmm.
working through some things.
Yeah.
Now when we're talking about 5, that's in that movie is when I feel like, well, why are we dragging her out for this?
Yeah. That was totally dragging her out.
They didn't utilize her well, and it just however, I feel like 7 might feel like 4 did, where yeah, they're dragging her out again, but it's
Mm-hmm.
maybe gonna have a lot more purpose, right?
Yeah.
So I think
Agreed.
it'll feel different.
I will definitely say, 3 was the perfect ending. There's no doubt about that. Um, 4, I thought she was utilized well. She really was. 4 showed that you could have a film with the old school characters and brand new characters, and you can marry them together perfectly. The balance was great, in my opinion. But she did have a reason, like you
Mhm.
said, moving forward, writing the book, now kind of taking control of the vehicle, so to speak, all of this that she survived. And it made sense. And unfortunately, she was just put in a situation where her cousin was batshit crazy and so forth
Crashed
and
out
so
for
forth.
no reason.
Yeah, yeah. So right? 5, no, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But I have a feeling for 7 that the way that we connect back with her is going to make sense, and it'll feel organic, because people can say what they want, but I think Nev really not only cares about this franchise and this character, but she wants to make it like make some kind of sense, even movie sense wise, and one of the things that she said is when she was told this story, she understood the why. Why is Sydney in this friggin' movie? And so that tells me we got a good shot that it's going to make sense, because
Yeah.
again, I think that's something that she's concerned about, and I understand it, you know. Ginger Ninja said it won't be Stu's long lost brother from another mother. Steve Mocker.
That's a
Steve.
possibility, Ginger. If he shows up as Steve
Steve.
Walker.
Steve.
Oh
Steve.
boy.
Steve and Ted, man. Steve and Ted.
Oh man.
Real quick, we got Jack. What's up, Jack? In the chat. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. We really appreciate it, brother.
Oh.
Seriously. Saying, guys, clearly Stu is in cahoots with Kincaid. They both have revenge vendetta due to Sydney breaking their hearts into pieces. You know, I actually like this because we do have our good friend Jen, who has been huge on this Kincaid thing forever, for years. She says that Kincaid was playing the long game. Do you think, first of all, what do you think of this? And I know we've heard about, you know, what went on with Patrick Dempsey and so, but do you think there's any way that Kincaid could be connected to Ghostface in any way, even if it's in Scream 8?
Realistically, probably not. I think I just think it'll be so funny if he does come back in 8 and they've got
Yeah.
the two Mark characters and it's like the Spider-Man meme, you know.
I love it. Oh.
I would say if anything, I would be fine with seeing like a flashback connection with Roman, maybe.
Okay.
But Stu and Kincaid, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, at least like with Roman, it's like they were in the same film. Like, you know, Jen was adamant about that. You could work something in with that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like this.
Yeah, it's a tough one, man. But hey, the possibilities are there. I will say that. Jack, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you, man. Let's do another clip real quick, just to show some appreciation. You know, Julie, it is almost that time of the year, and you know, we got to celebrate it the right way. There's only one person I can think of that can do it, and here he is.
Oh no.
There he is.
I knew it.
There he is. All right. Real quick too, and you knew it. We also got Mikey coming in with a super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate that, Mikey. Saying, I'm guessing Stu is Tatum's drama teacher, fairy princess play, and his remarks about being the fairy godmother of Scream. Now, and I actually have heard this theory. Haven't heard it a lot. But do you think there's any way, first of all, what do you think of this? Do you think there's any way that that could happen?
I think it's really interesting what Matthew had said about the fairy godmother thing, but as far as is he going to be her teacher, I would hope that Sydney would notice.
You would hope.
And be like, you're not taking this class.
Right.
That's my only issue with it, but could he show up somehow in the play? I don't know. I mean, maybe. It could be like a Phantom of the Opera where he crashes the final act, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I agree. It would be a tough call. It would be a very tough call. But Mikey, thank you so much for the super chat. We really appreciate that. Those comments were interesting. I mean, obviously, I think we're going to see what happens in the film. I mean, for all we know, part of the third act could revolve around the school or in the school, or with people that are associated with the drama club or what have you. So, you know, those are some of the details that I think that a lot of people haven't talked about a lot, because of course we're all trying to piece this together, and there's tons of different pieces of this puzzle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Mikey, because I kind of forgot about that. That was a while ago that he said that.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a long time ago now, you know, when you think about it. Kelly is still in the Patreon. She said Stu's cousin. I love that. Could it be Stu's cousin? You know, I think, look, we I think we got enough family connections. And we do have his nephew that got killed. You know what I'm saying? So
For no reason.
I
What was the
know,
reason?
I know, I know, I know. Now let's jump back a little bit. We got quite a few comments in here. I wanted to jump to a few other ones. Um, let's see. We had MM saying, I think the formula is broken. It should serve the story like Tara's attack. Sam wouldn't come home just for anyone. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. They broke the formula to make that story make sense. That's
Oh,
true.
oh,
For
yeah,
5. Good
right.
point. I do like that. I definitely think it's possible they would change up the formula. I think, like you said, I think most likely that would happen more so in 8. You know what I'm saying? Get everyone on board with 7. I do think it's going to lead into 8, a cliffhanger style. And it makes sense because they're going to be shooting this thing right after this gets released into theaters. So I think that's the reason they're doing that, because these stories are going to be so close together. They're going to be right next to each other. So
Yeah.
um let's see. We also got Danielle who's saying, I did hear a fun idea from Sister Pam. She was talking about Jill still being alive. I'd rather Stu and Sam be the ultimate Ghostface duo, but I'd accept Jill instead since she was not headshotted. Do you think there's any chance they'd bring back Jill?
Me, no.
Okay.
Just me personally, no.
Yeah. I don't think so either. I think that obviously they wanted to do that. So there's
Mhm.
no doubt. We know that. That is actual fact. But it feels like that ship has sailed. You know what I'm saying? What they were going to do with her character, obviously, it wouldn't work right now. I mean, maybe they could find a way to make it work, but it just feels like to me, this has got Stu written all over it. And Leslie, you know.
Well, to be fair to what Danielle's saying, I mean, Stu's kind of the same situation, right? Like
Mm,
many people say, hey, that ship has sailed 10 years
true.
ago.
Oh yeah.
And what they originally wanted to do with Stu, and they didn't. So it's
Yeah.
kind of the same argument, but for some reason, I feel like there's been zero inclination that they've considered doing this.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It is very similar. There's no doubt about that. But I just feel like Stu, has that connection further back to the beginning, with Billy, with Roman, and having, I guess, if Scott wasn't going to be in the film, and in my opinion, in a flashback scene, then maybe I would buy Jill a lot more. And I love Jill, by the way.
Yeah.
Jill's one of my favorite Ghostface killers. There's no doubt about that. But as much as I'd want her to come back, I don't think she'll be back in this one. I don't. I think this is all set up for Stu. And again, it makes sense if, and again, and I said this on Thursday night, Jake said it too. I hope I'm wrong about all of this. It'd be great to go into the theater and nothing of what has been said happens, and it's all different and all hits
Yeah,
hard.
bring it. Yep. Mhm.
That's my ultimate wish, that we have absolutely no freaking clue what we're about to watch, and it blows everyone's minds. Is that going to happen? Probably not. I'm a realist, but in my opinion, you know, if they're gonna go back to the past, if they're gonna tie up everything nice and neat, which includes 5 and 6, you've got Vince. It's right there. Leslie has been on the back burner. Vince was killed. This links back to Sydney. Now, some people say, well, why would they blame Sydney for that? All of this is Sydney's fault to a psycho, right?
Yeah.
It's not to me because I'm sane. So I'm just saying this is a way that they could kill as many birds with one stone as they could, wrap all 6 films together. You know what I mean? Again, that's pretty neat. It may not happen like that, and if it doesn't, I'm perfectly fine with that. Perfectly fine with it.
It's just it'll always bother me what they did, like with Vince.
Oh yeah.
If it was a nothing burger, then just why would you make that his name?
Yeah,
Like, just why? Why would you torture us like that?
exactly. I agree. We got Tammy here too. What's up, Tammy? Saying, I wouldn't mind if Stu isn't really there. Matt's playing someone else. Announcing him as Stu just ruins the whole surprise of the movie, especially if he's in the end reveal. Yeah, I think, again, I just think that, and I agree, it would have been great if we didn't even know he was in the movie, and if he was revealed to be alive. I mean, that'd be one of the biggest shocks ever. I just have this feeling that they knew they couldn't keep a lid on it, and they knew how much hype they could get by revealing that Matthew was going to be in Scream 7. I mean, it's unbelievable the amount of people, and there are people that are talking about Scream 7 and Matthew that they don't even talk about horror movies, but they're talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like online anyways. So I think that's the reason why. I really, really do. Danielle saying, well, to be fair, last time he was seen was 96. Lots of people I knew then I may not recognize today. Exactly. I
Fair.
mean, it's quite fair. Listen, there have been uneven countless amounts of movies and TV shows that have done this same type of thing. Someone from the past is brought back. How were they never found out? How were they not recognized or revealed before now? Movie logic. They can figure it out. Now, will hardcore Scream fans love it or even like it? That remains to be seen. It truly remains to be seen. But yeah, we'll see. Bronson saying, what are the thoughts on Jim Carrey as the Grinch? Did you know Jim Carrey was originally going to play the character Elf in 93? I did not know he was going to play Elf, but
Oh.
I love him as the Grinch. He was born to be the Grinch. I do know that at first he was not going to do the role because of how long it took for him to be in the makeup. And they actually got someone, I think it was someone from the military that dealt with torture, being able to survive being tortured and so forth to help him with it, help him with his anxiety, which
That's
is crazy,
insane. Yeah.
right? Yeah. Well, what do you think of Mr. Jim as the Grinch?
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Iconic. He makes me smile anytime I see clips or gifs or anything.
Right? Oh my gosh.
He
Yes.
was great. Nobody could
He,
have done it better.
I know. He was perfect for it. He was absolutely perfect. We got Mary in the house. What's up, Mary? Good to see you. Saying, night, thank you, and the Queen Coriander for all the happiness and joy you bring to our hearts.
Oh,
Oh, well, thank you so much.
that's
We
awesome.
appreciate that. You guys rock, and we're just happy to, have this family here that we can hang out together and do this a couple times every week. It's really cool, especially around this time of the year. So we appreciate
Mhm.
you, all of you guys. Okay, so let's get ready as we start to wind this thing down. Time flies really quick.
I know.
So we've got quite a few of these theories we've thrown around. Again, for you guys that have just jumped in, let me just tell you what we've got so far. And I know we had some more, Julie, but we could always talk about them at some other time. But we had the Airbnb opening as a prank gone wrong. We had the Ghostface animatronic as a real person. We had the Ghostface righteous killer theory, some person or people in the town that Sydney moves to, they're just not down with her being there, and they actually kind of go on their own killing spree, thinking that they're right, but they're not, of course. There's the 3 killers theory. There'll be 3 Ghostface killers. The other theory we have is that Anna Camp is one of the Ghostface killers, and the rage bait theory that Julie gave us is that Matthew will be a rando in Scream 7. He will not be Stu Macher. He's going to be Ted Macher. So, or anyone else, whoever it's going to be. Real quick, Julie, which one of these, and that's 6 of them, which one of these 6 do you think is the most likely to happen in Scream 7?
Mannequin. I mean, animatronic.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I feel like
Cool.
that's I don't think it would be in there if it wasn't gonna be something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And real quick too, in the chat, and we have a couple of memberships that we've gotten out to you guys. We got Blaine, Jekyll, Leon, Carrot Quirk, Gemstone. Well, welcome to the channel. Welcome. We appreciate you guys being here, and now you guys are official channel members. We will be doing a watch party tomorrow night. I said this in the beginning of the stream. I'll say it again. Tomorrow night, we'll be watching Black Christmas, which is an absolute banger, an amazing classic. When you talk about holiday horror, this is definitely one that you need to watch. And we'll be doing it tomorrow night. And we will be doing this for channel members, Patreon members. I'll be putting the links in the community tab, and also for you guys on Patreon, I'll be putting the links there. So definitely check it out. The Patreon link has been in the chat. Definitely look out for that. It'll be a really fun time. And our good buddy Michael from the Carbonite Jedi will be with us. And that means it's going to be a lot of fun. It really does. Okay. Now, to me, I think that the theory that I think is most likely to happen, the animatronic one is a pretty good one. I'm feeling pretty good about that. But I'm telling you, man, I think Anna is a ghost face killer. I really do. I think she's Leslie. She's a ghost face killer, man. I mean, and again, put it this way, maybe the animatronic makes more sense as far as likelihood, but I'm just saying, man, this whole Anna Camp thing, not seeing her in that trailer, what the hell's up with that? Why wouldn't she be in the trailer, Julie?
You
Right?
know why?
Because she's a killer, right?
Well, now let me think back. Was Richie prominent in the Scream 5 trailer?
I don't think he was prominent. No,
But he was in it, right?
he was in it. Amber wasn't
He was in
prominent
it getting
except for
aced out, but
yeah, he was. And we all knew it.
I don't know. The fact that she's not in it could have just been they didn't want to introduce too many people all at once, you know?
Yeah, but they're showing like randos like in the Airbnb. We don't care about those people. Like Anna Camp actually has a following. I
I
mean,
know.
you're absolutely right. Maybe they were just like, hey, we'll save that for the next trailer. Maybe. Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of. Like they wanted to save one big character for the next
Yeah.
one. But
Yeah, it's a good one.
I don't
I
know.
can deal with that. Yeah. I can deal with that. Let's see, and we got Gina in the house too, and we got Gina and Super Tenor. What's up, guys? Good to have you guys here. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. It helps us out so very much, and we appreciate it. And also, just to let you guys know, we have the podcast is up on Apple Podcast and Spotify, and pretty much all the major podcast platforms, including Pandora and Amazon. Like I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. So if you can, guys, please check us out there. Give us a follow, leave a comment or two, give us a rating, hopefully a good rating, just to help us as we kind of launch this new project for the channel, which is really cool. And we've got exclusive stuff there that we've done, stuff that is not on the channel. And so I think it's really, really cool. And we got some more stuff that we're planning to do. So please check us out there, whether it's on Spotify or Apple Podcast or Amazon, whatever you listen to for podcasts. We would appreciate the support. It means a lot. All right. Well, Julie, I think that's about it. That was fun going through all those theories. You guys in the chat sent us on a bunch of rabbit holes. That was really fun. Like, it's like,
yeah,
there's
you guys
a
have some great ideas.
some really, really good ones. So we appreciate it. And we couldn't get to everyone. As usual, we just have a lot of folks commenting, but definitely in the comment section, leave us a couple comments. Let us know some of your theories or thoughts as far as what we talked about or something that was on your mind. We'd appreciate that as well. And obviously, if you're not following Julie on Instagram, make sure you guys do that. That would be awesome as well. So we will catch you guys next time. And as always, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.